The Interior Ministry said that 7,149 people were arrested for not wearing face masks. 7,110 paid the fines, while the rest were referred to prosecution after failing to pay the fine. The ministry said 654 shops were fined for staying open beyond allowed shop hours. The statement by the ministry said 162 cases have been filed for offering hookah, with a total of 1,041 hookah objects confiscated. The statement said 3,435 violations related to lack of putting the vehicle electronic stickers have also been issued. The ministry said 87 abandoned vehicles and motorcycles have been removed from the streets. 2,510 violations by motorcycle drivers have been fined for not wearing helmets. Egypt firmly condemned the coward terrorist attack that targeted northern Iraq's city of Erbil on Sunday by dozens of ballistic missiles. In a statement for Foreign Ministry, Egypt reiterated its condemnation to such attacks, asserting its support to Iraq in all measures to achieve stability and security. More details.
A dozen of ballistic missiles struck Iraq's northern Kurdish regional capital of Erbil in the early hours of Sunday, with a U.S. official blaming Iran for the attack, which also targeted the U.S. on Salyut new building. The missile attack comes as talks to revive the 2015 Iran nuclear deal face the prospect of collapse, after a last-minute Russian demand forced world powers to pause the negotiations for an undetermined time, despite having a largely completed text. The missiles caused only material damage and one civilian was injured. An Iraqi security official said the missiles were manufactured in Iran, while there was no official claim of responsibility or further details available. An Iranian state TV correspondent based in Iraq said that the missiles were aimed at a secret Israeli base. However, the U.S. official who said Iran was responsible did not give further details. While Iranian officials have yet to comment, separately the U.S. State Department spokesperson called it an outrageous attack, but said no Americans were hurt and there was no damage to the U.S. government facility in Erbil. The U.S. forces stationed at Erbil International Airport complex have in the past come under the fire from the rocket and drone attacks that Washington blames on Iran-aligned militia groups, but no such attacks have occurred for several months. The last time ballistic missiles were directed at the U.S. forces was in January 2020, an Iranian retaliation for the U.S. killing earlier that month of its military commander Qasem Soleimani at Baghdad airport.
Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Cavusoglu said on Sunday that talks with the Taliban on operating the Kabul airport were still underway, a day after he met acting Afghan Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi in southern Turkey. Turkey has said it would be open to operating Kabul's Hamid Karzai's International Airport along with Qatar following the takeover of Afghanistan by the Taliban in August, but only if its security demands are met. Asked about inviting Taliban officials to a diplomacy forum in southern Turkey at the weekend, Cavusoglu told reporters this did not mean Ankara recognized the Taliban leadership, but added that the interim government in Afghanistan must be heard. And millions of people across China endured lockdowns on Sunday as virus cases doubled to nearly 3,400 and an anxiety mounted over the resilience of the country's zero-COVID approach in the face of the worst outbreak in 2 years. More details.
Millions of people across China endured lockdowns on Sunday as virus cases doubled nearly 3,400 and anxiety mounted over the resilience of the country's zero-COVID approach in the face of the worst outbreak in 2 years. A nationwide surge in cases has seen authorities close schools in Shanghai, lock down central neighborhoods in the southern tech powerhouse of Shenzhen, as well as whole northeastern cities, as almost 18 provinces battle clusters of the Omicron and Delta variants, while the city of Jilin, center of the outbreak in the northeast, was partially locked down Saturday, while residents of Yanji, an urban area of nearly 370 bordering North Korea, were confined to their homes on Sunday. China, where the virus was first detected in late 2019, has maintained a zero COVID policy. Enforced by swift lockdowns, travel restrictions and mass testing when clusters have emerged. But the latest flare-up, driven by the highly transmissible Omicron variant and a spike in asymptomatic cases, is testing the efficiency of that approach. While residents of Jilin have completed 6 rounds of mass testing, with the city reporting more than 202,000 cases of the Omicron variant since Saturday. However, the neighboring city of Changchun, an industrial base of 9 million people, was locked down on Friday, while at least 3 other small cities have been locked down since the 1st of March.
Our dear viewers, that was all for our political segment in Panorama News. And now with the latest in the world of business and finance with me, Mahis Rabia. Egypt's stock market indices mixed during the week's first trading day. France announces the €2 billion fuel aid package. And the US Federal Reserve is set to hike rates to tame the inflation. Welcome back. Egypt's stock market indices were mixed on Sunday, the week's first trading session, amid purchase operations by individuals, while selling sentiment overtook the Arab and foreign institutions. The benchmark EGX 30 index surged about 0.4%, while the EGX 70 equal weight index EWI and the broader EGX 100 EWI index retreated between 0.8% and 1%.